diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's daily reflection. It's March 1st. It is March 1st. Did everybody have a good weekend? I hope so. That was pretty good. I had a good weekend. Yeah. So, all right. If you are here, please let me know that you have stopped by. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch, please let me know. Say hi. I always like to see people. If you got a topic, something that you'd like me to discuss, please let me know, and I will do what I can to get it on. Just make sure it isn't like a huge topic to where it would take me an hour. So, yeah, guys, I'm kind of nervous today. Our meeting is today's our first day for the meeting. And I'm nervous, kinda. Yeah, it's new, and I'm nervous because the amount of people that may show up is going to go off right. And the thing is, when it really comes down to it, it's none of my business, right? Because I have no control over the meeting. And that's what I'm really looking forward to is the fact that I had to give it up. It's not even mine anymore. So, freedom from bondage, right? Now, usually when we talk in that phrase, we are saying freedom from bondage itself. In this case, we are talking about the freedom of bondage from alcohol and drugs, right? So that miracle has happened. God has relieved you of the mental obsession of wanting to use or drink, right? And that is a freedom from that bondage. And when we get that freedom, there's certain steps that we need to take. There's things that we need to do to secure what we have going on, right? Now, it happens for people in different places. I would say it was around the third step for me that it got taken away. I think it came to me a little bit quicker the second time because I knew what was going to happen when I quit drinking because I had experienced it before. And it was something I really, really wanted. So now that we are free and no longer chemically dependent, we have so much more control over our thinking. Right? Yeah. So what we're doing is we're aligning ourselves with God's will, and that is the proper use of our thinking, right? Yes, you get to start using your brain again. Because we have to be able to make decisions and be able to do things with critical thinking, right? More than anything, we're able to alter our attitudes. And I think that is probably the biggest thing. You hear me say this all the time, 90% of recovery is your attitude. Some members of Alcoholics Anonymous, in fact, choose to think of the letters AA as an abbreviation for altered attitudes. And I'd never heard that before until today. So altered attitudes, great. In the battle days, I almost always responded to any optimistic or positive statement with yes, but. Okay, let's say you're talking and you're like, okay, yes, I agree with you, but. You've just canceled out everything that you just said. Be careful of that but word, man. Okay. I hear people do it all the time. I agree with you, but you don't agree with me. Okay. See, there are certain things as human beings we cannot avoid or hide. This is one of them. If you're speaking freely with somebody, you're just going to throw that but word in there. Or starting out that and I don't, it's every now and again is okay. But when people start out lines with, to be honest with you, okay? Well, to be honest with you, why are you having to say that? The butts and the what if my butt, right? Hey, Williams, good to see you. But today, in contrast, I'm learning to eliminate the negative phrase from my vocabulary. That negative phrase is yes, but. Am I working to change my attitude? Am I determined to accentuate the positive? Right? Yeah, I was wrong, but yeah, that's another one. Do you really feel like you were wrong? How does it feel when somebody says that to you? Well, to be honest, well, read out working with others. If you have been successful in solving your own domestic problems, tell the newcomer's family how that was accomplished. In this way, you can set them on the right track without becoming critical of them. The story of how you and your wife settled your difficulties is worth any amount of criticism. My wife and I do that a lot. We are examples. Even our children now come to it. How do you guys do this? How do you, and we're examples. And I'm going to tell you, that's kind of weird. But hey, you want to know about a successful relationship? Go talk to your dad. These things are still new for me. In this way, you could send the story. Assuming you are spiritually fit, we can do all sorts of things that alcoholics are not supposed to do. I talk about the freedom a lot. You're a free person now. You can do whatever the hell you want to. Right? But, you hang out too long in the barbershop, you're going to get your hair cut. Right? So if we have reasons for things, right? Let's find out. People said we must not go where liquor is served. We must not have it in our homes. We must shun friends who drink. We must avoid moving pictures which shows drinking scenes. Man, I wouldn't be able to watch anything. I just got watching Ray Donovan. Okay. And there's alcohol in every freaking scene of that show. Our friends must hide their bottles if we go to their house. We must think or be reminded of alcohol at all. Our experience shows that this is not necessarily so. Okay. There are some people that keep alcohol in their house for friends that come over. I know plenty of people in the program that do that. We have a rule in my house. There's no alcohol allowed in the house, nor are you allowed to be drunk at our house. But that was a rule I set down a long time ago for me, and we just kind of keep it. I don't have any friends that would, I don't think I have any friends that would drink around me. Maybe a couple. I don't know. No, why? I'm not that weak. Very good point. William, you're on fire today, brother. Maybe you should be doing this today. Where was it? Okay, it's not been necessarily so. I want to go over these a little bit. Okay, so we don't have it in our homes. We must shun friends who drink. No, you don't need to do that. Now, here again, we are not talking about our old friends. Okay, might be some of them. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I love music. I'm in bars all the time, and I'm a drummer. Not really in a band or anything anymore. So we meet these conditions every day. An alcoholic who cannot meet them still has an alcoholic mind. Okay. If you can't meet those conditions, then you still got some work to do. Okay. There's something the matter with his spiritual status. His only chance for sobriety would be someplace like Greenland ice cap, where even an Eskimo might turn up with a bottle of scotch and ruin everything. Ask any woman who has sent her husband to a distant place on the theory he would escape the alcohol problem. It is our belief any scheme of combating alcoholism which proposes to shield the sick man from temptation is doomed to failure. If the alcoholic tries to shield himself, he may succeed for a time, but it usually winds up with a bigger explosion than ever. We have tried these methods. These attempts to do the impossible have always failed. And now, when I first got sober this time, I found that my kids and my wife, they were protecting me. And I told them, you cannot do that. You have got to give me the chance to fail or succeed. I need that chance. Okay. But I had to come to that realization first. Okay. We got something to say here. Let's cover it. I have more fun things doing now that I am sober. If you aren't able to even see alcohol, you're not working the steps. I enjoy seeing bands, playing bars. I drink for free, and I still remember the fun I had. Yeah, that's what's cool is usually you're the DD, and you don't have to pay for nothing. Okay? That's what's cool. They love designated drivers, all right? Just because people are at a bar doesn't mean they're alcoholic. Not everybody drinks like us, guys. So our rule is not to avoid a place where there is drinking if we have a legitimate reason for being there. That includes bars, nightclubs, dances, receptions, weddings, even the plain ordinary whoopee party. Man, I haven't been to a whoopee party in a while. Who in the hell knocked my stuff down? Dumbass dog. Great. Now you guys get to see behind the scenes. Behind the scenes with Dion. There you go. Yeah. I turn into Dr. Jackal and Mr. Pie. All right. To a person who has experience with an alcoholic, this may seem like tempting Providence, but it isn't. Okay. If we can't go about our normal daily lives, okay, what are you going to do? Sit at home and never go by a liquor store again? I will. Good luck. Right? It's everywhere that you go. It's just a natural process. Okay. Well, you need to be free of that. It shouldn't even be a part of your life anymore. Therefore, ask yourself on each occasion, have I good social, business, or personal reason for going? Or am I expecting to steal a little vicarious pleasure from the atmosphere of these places? If you answer these questions satisfactorily, you need have no apprehension. Go or stay away, whichever seems best. But be sure you are in solid spiritual ground before you start and that your motives in going is thoroughly good. Do not think of what you will get out of the occasion. Think what you can bring to it. Right? Aren't we, when anyone anywhere reaches out for help, I want the hand of AA to be there. You're going to find these people everywhere you go. I'm going to tell you right now, when your friends are drunk and they have an alcohol problem, you're going to fucking hear about it. So you either better be ready to either help sober them up or set down boundaries if they're not ready, right? Think of what you can bring. But if you are shaky, you have better work with another alcoholic instead, right? So if you have any doubt, go work with another alcoholic. All I had to do is ask my higher power to remove the obsession for alcohol. Yes, we came to believe. All right. I didn't even know what your higher power was. I prayed my obsession be removed. And as soon as I asked, it was removed. Wow. Good for you. I've always hated the smell of alcohol. I always have. I don't like the taste. But the way I work is I get the first one down. I don't taste it anymore, right? Stupid. Silly. Let's go with silly, not stupid, because I am not stupid. May I find that healing and strength which God provides to those who stay near him. May I keep to his spiritual guidelines of the program, considering the steps, taking the steps one by one, then practicing them again and again in this is my salvation. Today I'll remember to practice at least one step. Right? So once we get through it, then we start carrying the message to everybody that we meet, because it's just a part of who we are. Okay. Pretty much everybody I come into contact with knows that I'm in recovery because it's what I do all day. So, all right. Well, I got about 45 minutes left to set up for the noon meeting, and it's our first one. So I kind of want to take a little bit of time, make sure it's there. Come join us, guys. All you got to do is click on the link. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah. Yeah. Vodka. I drink vodka because it doesn't smell like anything. I'm going to tell you guys something. Vodka fucking stinks. Okay. You think you think alcohol, okay, it doesn't matter what alcohol you put in your body. If you drink too much, it's going to come out of your pores. So it doesn't matter. All right, guys. Have a great day. William, thanks for being here. I was kind of, and somebody else is here too. So thanks for being here and being a part of it. I was feeling a little lonely there. So, all right, guys, I will see you in 45 minutes. Have a great day. I love you. Peace out.